told me I'm going to learn about the First Amendment and all these amendments, and I just don't need that in here. But I asked him to just leave.
Did you verify Doug Downey had the actual authority to request Mr. Myers be removed?
I did not verify, no.
I'm gonna ask you nicely, please put your hands behind your back. For what crime? Okay, you're trespassing.
Then we'll leave. Ask us to leave and we'll leave.
I don't know the complete verbatim of the criminal trespassing. I don't study and sit down and read a verbatim on the state statutes.
Because you were unsure of the exact elements needed to prosecute, did you verify that prior to your interaction with Mr. Myers?
I was not sure of. Can you repeat that question?
He called you, right? He called you? Yes. Did you come up and ask me to see the video of our conversation, or did you come up and start grabbing me?
And pull a gun at my dog.
Hey,
sorry.
Why didn't you come up and perform a proper investigation, Moreno? Why did you roll up and pull your gun up like a hard ass?
Do you believe that Mr. Myers' arrest was reasonable?
Yes, 100%, yes.
What is the standard for reasonableness of an arrest under Article 2, Section 10 of the New Mexico Constitution?
I'm unsure.
So I was calm, dude. I was real calm. He was one of those constitutionalists, dude. Oh.
Do you believe in the Constitution?
I do.
You know what protected speech is?
I do not.
Do you know what a traditional public forum is?
I do not.
Do you know what the 14th Amendment is of the United States Constitution?
No, I do not.
Do you believe in the Constitution?
I do.
Do you believe if someone has their civil rights violated that the person responsible should be held accountable?
Depending on the situation.
He was one of those constitutionalists, dude. Oh, dude, real calm. Good evening.
Hi.
Officer Moreno. Get that dog away from me.
Whoa, man.
Dude, real calm. Get that dog away from me.
This story begins in September of 2022 when Lane and Kat were married in Arizona. At the time, work wouldn't allow them to get away for a honeymoon, so they waited until the summer of 2023 when they could both get away to enjoy some time together doing what they love, being in the outdoors. They both enjoy camping, hiking, and mountain biking, and Hopewell Lake Campground in New Mexico offers all of these things in one place. Lane and Kat had set aside 10 days to spend at Hopewell Campground, and when they arrived, they started setting up at campsite number 21. As they were setting up, the camp host Doug Downey arrived and informed them that the site was reserved. He was rude and nasty about the fact that Lane and Kat had not seen a barely visible little slip of paper at the back of the campsite that read reserved. Since the camp host was nasty and rude, Lane was rude back. But they did agree to pick up their things and move to another campsite. At this point, Doug Downey, the camp host, was super triggered that someone would talk back to him and called the New Mexico State Police to have Lane removed from the property for talking back. There are a plethora of problems with this, though. Hopewell Lake is national forest land and is controlled by the U.S. Forest Service. There's a process by which people can be trespassed from these lands, but it requires that person to have broken a law on the land, that person being convicted, and as a result of the conviction in the sentencing, they can be trespassed. Doug Downey, the camp host, does not work for the U.S. Forest Service, nor is he in any way an authorized legal manager or agent of the national forest land. He's employed by a private company called Recreation Resource Management of America out of Pine Top, Arizona, that has a contract to host guests at Hopewell Lake Campground as well as other campgrounds around the U.S. As a host, Doug's duties are very minimal. He's to help guests, clean the public toilets, take out the trashes, and a few other janitorial duties. He is in no way any type of authority whatsoever. He's quite literally a campground janitor. So anyways, campground janitor Doug Downey calls the New Mexico State Police to have Lane removed from the property. The problem is that state police also don't have any authority whatsoever to enforce federal trespassing laws on national forest land. New Mexico State Police Officer Angel Moreno, who has been a police officer for less than a year, shows up to the scene.
How you doing, my friend?
Good, and you?
Doing all right. camper in here that I don't want in here. He came in and went into a site that was already occupied, and I had to ask him to move out of it. And I went back to see what was going on and got out of my truck and started around, and his dog come running at me, and I pulled my mace, and he came out and jumped in my face and told me to get the fuck off his property. He's got a shirt with public landowner.
Yeah.
He's a little psycho, and he finally moved to a different site, but I asked him to just leave because his aggression, I can't deal with that.
Do you have your ID?
Yeah.
And you're the manager of this campsite?
Yes.
What's your phone number? I'll get your ID too.
I don't have it memorized because it's not my regular phone.
So
806
471
9536. And you know, he was real aggressive and told me I'm going to learn about the First Amendment and all these amendments, and I just don't need that in here.
Okay. Did he pay for the night?
No, he hasn't paid nothing. And I asked him, I said, you know, you need to leave because with your aggression, it's not going to work out here.
Okay.
And his girlfriend started crying. And, well, I can stay because I wasn't part of that. And I said, ma'am, that's between you and him, but he needs to leave.
What was he wearing?
He's wearing a T-shirt that says public landowner and shorts.
Okay.
He's in site 18.
So let me just reiterate what you told me. So he was staying at another area that was already reserved to someone. Right. You asked him to leave. He got mad about that. What did he tell you?
He said, it's not reserved. And I said, yes, it is. And I showed him the tag. The guy came in this morning, was parked there. I checked him in, and it shows he's there from today till the 6th. And he wasn't happy about that. And
then he moved.
Well, he hadn't moved, and I went back around probably 45 minutes later, and nothing had changed, and I parked. And when I got out of my vehicle, you can see this is the vehicle right here. This is where he went into the site, and he's got a beware of dog sign right on the front of the windshield. So when that dog started at me, it was
How big is the dog?
It's pretty good size. It's a black lab pit mix. I don't know.
Okay.
And then he come out and jumped in my face and.
What did he tell you?
Told me to get the fuck off his property, and I didn't have no right there, and I just.
Did he threaten you?
Well, yeah, I take that as a threat.
Okay.
Especially when he's up like that. And,
so he was clenched his fist and came up to your face. How close was he? About
right
arm's
there.
length?
No. I mean this is his face.
So.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I talked to the manager and stuff, and they said he needs to go. So.
Okay, I'll go tell him he needs to leave. He's not wanted, or he's not allowed to be here. So you are the manager?
Yes, I'm the camp host of this and the lake.
Okay, I'll go ahead and talk to him.
Okay.
Thank you. Good evening.
Hi.
Officer Moreno. Get that fucking dog away from me.
Whoa, man.
You walked
Who
over
the fuck
here.
are you?
You just walked over
Officer
here.
Moreno, name and badge number.
434.
Step back.
So.
Step back. Ain't no so. Name it. Call supervisor. Call supervisor.
I don't need to call a
Exercise my
supervisor.
Fifth Amendment right.
Okay.
Step back. Call a
So,
supervisor. Step back.
The land manager wants you
Call
out
a
of
fucking
his.
supervisor. Turn your body cam on. Turn your body cam
So
on.
the supervisor
I don't give a fuck
of
with the
this area wants you off
Get
the
a warrant
land.
from a judge. I'm not leaving. Call your fucking supervisor, motherfucker. You just fucked with the right guy.
Okay.
Pull your fucking gun out on us again and see what happens.
I didn't pull it out on you.
You pulled the fucking gun out, you little pussy.
Okay, I pulled
You're
it
a
out
bitch.
on your
Get
dog.
the fuck out of here.
So Reason I'm coming here is because the manager wants you out of this property.
I don't give a fuck what he wants. This is my property.
Okay.
You see what this says?
Yeah.
I own this and you don't. Get the fuck out of here.
He wants you off.
I'm not leaving.
You're not leaving?
No.
Okay.
So, are you familiar with Section 1982 of the U.S. Constitution, sir?
No. So the manager wants you off this land.
He's not the land manager. He's the host.
Yeah.
Call a fucking Leo right
manager.
now. I'm done talking to you.
Okay.
Have a nice day. You approach the situation. Stop walking towards me.
Okay.
Where's the other cops? Call back up. Call back up.
I don't need.
We're being harassed by the police.
So you're making this worse than it needs to be.
You're making it worse when you pull that fucking gun out, you little scared shit, little prick.
I'm not gonna get bit by one of your dogs. Okay.
Then you shouldn't walk up on us and violate. Stop.
So.
Am I being detained?
Yeah.
What's the probable cause?
You are trespassing. The owner told you he wants you off the lot.
Trespassing?
Yes, sir.
Call supervisor. Call
There's
your
no
supervisor, sir.
out. All right.
Sir, call your supervisor. We'll leave,
Look,
but you need to call your supervisor.
I'm gonna detain you.
She's an attorney for the federal government.
That's fine. So
Cat.
I'm gonna. So you.
Pull your phone out.
Stop.
What am I being detained for?
Stop trespassing. Okay.
Trespassing is not a arrestable offense.
So,
sir, do you want to be famous on YouTube?
Look.
Do you want to lose your career? Do you want to leave? Do you want to lose your career?
Don't make it worse.
You're making it worse by touching me illegally.
Don't make it worse.
You're retaliating against my First Amendment freedoms.
Stop tensing up.
I'm not stopping. You cannot take me down.
Put your hands.
I'm not going. I'm not.
You're not.
You're unlawfully. Right now, you're kidnapping me. You're assaulting me.
So I'm gonna ask you nicely. Put your hands behind your back.
For what crime?
Okay, you're trespassing.
Then we'll leave. Ask us and we'll leave. You haven't asked us to leave. You came up and said the land manager wants us to leave. You didn't say so you need to leave. You haven't even given me a chance to comply. You have your hands on me before you gave me a chance to comply. Call back up.
Okay.
Press your alarm and call back up.
I'm gonna place your hands behind your back.
If you injure me,
stop resisting. Okay.
Right now you're kidnapping me. You're assaulting me.
So I'm gonna ask you nicely, please put your hands behind your back.
For what crime?
Okay, you're trespassing.
Then we'll leave. Ask us to leave and we'll leave. You haven't asked us to leave. You came up and said the land manager wants us to leave. You didn't say so you need to leave. You haven't even given me a chance to comply. You have your hands on me before you gave me a chance to comply. Call back up. Okay. Press your alarm and call back up.
I'm gonna place your hands behind your back.
If you injure me,
resisting. Okay.
So what am I being detained for?
Look, I'm not gonna go round and round with you.
You're gonna go round because you're gonna call your supervisor. If you're threatened, call your supervisor. I'll step back in.
At this point, Angel Moreno, who is in no way whatsoever within his jurisdiction or his legal authority, attacks Lane, tackling him and throwing him to the ground. He would later admit in deposition that he had no clue what the law he was allegedly enforcing actually says.
I don't know the complete verbatim of the criminal trespassing. I don't study and sit down and read a verbatim on the state statutes.
Because you were unsure of the exact elements needed to prosecute, did you verify that prior to your interaction with Mr. Myers?
I was not sure of. Can you repeat that question?
All right. Now tell me why you came up and grabbed me without saying put my hands behind my back.
I'll place this on your foot.
What? Okay. Okay. Keep recording. And I'm detained for trespassing.
We'll get you up, okay?
For what?
Why are you arresting him?
I'm gonna sit here until your backup comes.
Okay.
I'm not getting up till your supervisor comes.
All right.
If you're threatened by me, I'm sitting here in cuffs. There's no threat.
I'm not threatened.
Then back up and call supervisor.
I just want to get you up, okay? I need to get you standing.
To do what? To do what?
So you can breathe.
I can breathe just fine. You can breathe.
I just want to get you over there.
I'm not going by your card till you call supervisor.
So
Do you know the law that you uphold?
So the reason why
What law am I violating?
you're gonna let me speak? Or you
No,
want to speak?
because you came and violated my rights. You've already violated my rights without calling back up.
So which one? You want to speak, or are you gonna let me speak, sir?
Go ahead.
All right.
He called you, right? He called you?
Yes.
Did you come up and ask me to see the video of our conversation, or did you come up and start grabbing me?
And pull a gun at my dog.
Hey,
Sorry.
Why didn't you come up and perform a proper investigation, Moreno? Why did you roll up and pull your gun up like a hard ass?
Okay. So your dogs were in your vehicle.
Yep.
Were barking pretty aggressively.
In my vehicle.
Yeah.
In my vehicle.
I didn't know if they were gonna jump out.
Well, then you should have fucking not walked up, right? You've been in the wrong this whole time.
Okay.
You've been in the trespassing is not an arrestable offense on national forest land.
Okay.
This is national public land. It's a First Amendment right to access a traditional public forum. It's my First Amendment right to be here. He called you and said what? That he told us to leave, and we said we're gonna come over here Instead, because we parked at the wrong site, we parked in one that was reserved. He said we had to leave. We moved over here. He didn't like my attitude, so he said we had to leave.
Did you pay for the sputter?
He wouldn't take my money.
3 times.
I tried to give him money, he wouldn't take it.
He called you. And you came here like a fucking idiot and made it way worse, Moreno. Your ass is fucking toast, motherfucker. We're gonna make you famous, bud. And you're gonna get a couple nice days off from work.
Don't
Couple
even say
nice
that.
days off. I'll sit right here on your bumper, no problem. No, I'm not going. I'll sit right here. I'm detained. I'm not arrested. Call back up. Do your investigation. So, you said I'm detained, right?
Well, at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now, when
So once you detain someone.
so if I'm detained, that means I'm going to sit right here and you're going to complete an investigation, and then at the conclusion of your investigation, you're going to determine if there's probable cause to arrest me. Okay. So get to investigating.
So you resisted me when I was
I didn't
trying to
resist
get
shit, bro. Don't try that shit, bro.
You were
You did
tensing
not
up.
say put your hands behind your back.
You did.
It's on video, right?
You pulled your arms
Okay,
towards you.
okay.
You
Hey,
started
hey,
tightening
check
your
it out.
muscles.
If I walk up to you and grab your arm, would you tense up?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. But what?
I
There's
was-
no but.
I told you, put your hands behind your back.
You did not say put my hands behind your back. You did not say, sir, you're
You
being
walked away
detained.
from me when you saw me.
I'm not required to stand by you until you say you're being detained. Don't move.
So-
You do not know basic commands.
You are arrested today.
For what?
right, for resisting an officer, okay?
Resisting an officer?
Moreno's supervisor later arrives, and without having any clue whatsoever what Moreno has just done, he immediately informs Moreno that he has no problem with what he's done.
Yeah, I got no comms, man. Huh? I got no comms at all.
No, so did you talk to the host manager?
Not yet.
No.
Where are they at? Are they down
They're
there?
lot 3.
Okay.
He's being arrested.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see my bloody nose?
A little bit, yeah.
I need you to take a picture right now.
Just go ahead and send her here. She doesn't know anything. She said you came up and pointed their gun at her dog.
Yeah, because they came out pretty aggressive.
And any cuts
Um,
to your wrists? Nothing? Okay.
just take a picture of my uniform.
Yeah. Just gonna do it.
Right here.
Turn.
Anything else?
Turn around. Okay. I think that's it.
That's it. I need you to go talk to lot 3.
Okay.
Tell them. Shit, fuck. I'm good. Trespassing, because. So I was calm, dude. I was real calm. He was one of those constitutionalists, dude.
Oh.
Dude, real calm. I told him, like, hey, bro, like. So I was approaching, and those dogs started coming aggressive, so I unholstered my firearm, because.
So they were in the truck?
Yeah, but the
Okay.
windows were completely down. At that point, like, I see a black dog right there, pretty aggressive, showing teeth, so I don't know if they're gonna jump out or not. And then I unholster it when the lady got in front of it, and I was like, hey, look, like, I'm not good with dogs. And then that's when this dude starts coming, fuck you, you know. I was like, hey, look, maybe, like, that's the only part I, like, escalated. But then I tried, like, hey, man, look, like, you need to leave, like, you're not, the land manager
Wants
he
you
starts talking, like, weird, like, fucking, like, this is federal section, stuff like that, like one of those guys.
Okay.
I'm like, well, look, the dude wants you gone. He's like, what crime have I committed? I was like, it got to the point where I was like, hey, are you gonna leave or not? He's like, no, I'm not gonna leave. And then so I was like, I fucking grab him. I was like, look, put your hands behind your back. He's not putting it. He starts tensing up. And so I started getting him towards me. He's pulling away, and then he fucking comes close to me. At that point, I just fucking picked him up and took him to the ground.
Okay. So you kind of slammed him? Okay then.
But this is just the tip of the iceberg on this case. If you think this is out of control, wait until you see what happens when Lane gets to court in front of Magistrate Judge Joseph Madrid. Madrid puts a gag order on Lane once he started posting these videos, telling Lane that if he continues to expose camp janitor Doug Downey and Officer Angel Moreno on YouTube, he'll be held in contempt of court. The judge is so out of control that a total of 5 attorneys have now stepped in to fight Lane's case, as well as make sure that the judge is held accountable for his continued violations of Lane's rights. Make sure you're subscribed and ring the bell so you get notified of the updates coming on this case, and head over to Lane's channel now to check out all the raw videos from this incident. Subscribe to him while you're there and tell him that James Freeman sent you.